The Chicago Bulls are taking on the Toronto Raptors in just a few. Can the Bulls get out of the losing column and get back into the win column against a team that has won 4 in a row? We're going to talk about it all and more right after this.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, hosted by Haize, your number one spot for all things Chicago Bulls.
What's going on, Bulls fans? Welcome to another episode of Chicago Bulls Central, your number one spot for everything Chicago Bulls related. I'm the host here, Haize, but more importantly, you guys can follow the channel at Bulls Central Pod on every social media platform we happen to be on. With that said, let's go ahead and get into this content for today, y'all. And the Chicago Bulls are taking on the Toronto Raptors. And the question is, in front of everybody, can the Bulls finally get back in the win column? This is a Toronto Raptors team the Bulls cannot take lightly. They've been playing some pretty damn good basketball here over the last 4 games. Kevin Huerter is back in the starting lineup for the Chicago Bulls, so that's really good, right? So you have your actual starting 5 back of Josh Giddey, Kobe White, Kevin Huerter, Buzelis, Nikola Vucevic. So we'll see what happens there. But overall, man, I think that this Bulls team got some things that they need to do, that they need to tighten up on. And this is a good game to kind of measure themselves against a team that's still playing hot, still a team that could poise some matchup issues for them, and see how they can come out on the other side of that, right? So, we'll see what the Bulls do and have in store for us today. Haize packing up. What? What up, Haize? Haven't been here in a while. Hope you all good. What up, Kadaro? Good. Glad to have you in the building. All is well, family. Hit the like button on the way in. Giddey and Kobe got to get 30 each. No, I don't think that's necessarily true, but, they got to play well together. One thing the OKC loss confirmed in my mind even more is how much I hope the Bulls lose in the play-in. I know that sounds crazy, but I love my team and hope they compete, but I want that lottery pick. Hey, listen, I feel you. Can't knock anybody for feeling that way, especially after watching that loss. The thing that I was just about is people who were just like, we still got to tank. It's like, at this point, really? We'll see what the Bulls got in store, man. I hope that they play better today. Julian and Dalen are out. See, look, the Bulls are doing, I think they're doing that creative tank thing, man. Well, we'll see. Julian and Dalen have both been playing pretty well for us, but we'll see what happens. But the Bulls got to be locked in today. Billy Donovan got to coach better than he did last game. He got to have the Bulls ready and prepared. The Bulls have to attack on defense. They cannot at all afford to not play defense and not lock in defensively. You got to be locked in defensively today. Wait, if you win the play-in, you don't get because if you win the play-in, you go into the playoffs, you don't get a lottery pick. You're a playoff team at that point. So after last night, we better see better energy. OKC was just better team, sure, but I mean, we need to just play good. Agreed. Definitely agree there. Watching the Cory Booker historic filibuster. Hopefully the Bulls get a dub to top off the night. Let's see if they can. Do we have Huerter? Yes, Huerter is in the starting lineup today. Kevin Huerter is playing. He is starting for the Chicago Bulls today. What's the point of doing it now, though? Kind of like, because technically, if the Bulls were to lose out, the Toronto Raptors theoretically could pass them up. That's why people say that, but it is what it is. I guess having a ton of guards on this team came in handy with all these injuries. Listen, it definitely did. It 120. Like, you look at Ayo was important for the Bulls when he was playing. Lonzo, big impact that he made for the Bulls when he's able to be on the court. Trey Jones turned himself out and showed up to be a really important piece for this Bulls while he's been playing here. Yeah, it is what it is. With all the rumors of Giannis potentially getting traded, many Bulls fans think we can trade for him. If we somehow did, Giannis would be involved in the trade. Not something I would do. Listen, the Bulls aren't getting Giannis. I don't care what no rumors. I don't care what who it is. I don't give a damn if it's KC Johnson. I'll tell him he's stupid. Kicked in the calf, Dalen was. Yeah, you're right. I do remember that now. Yesterday's game really did not change anything for me at all. It was what it is. I still love what I see for the facts. I mean, it's the best team in basketball. They've been kicking around teams that are a lot better than the Bulls by big margins too. So yeah, it shouldn't be too surprising. Shouldn't be too surprising. Do you think we can win these next 3 games against Toronto, Portland, Charlotte? I mean, we can. Doesn't necessarily mean that we will. We know that the Bulls don't always win games that they should on paper. So I can't say for sure that they will, but they definitely have the ability to win those games. You okay? Move. I'm recording. Loki, come on, move, son. Lonzo and Trey are still out, and Carter is out. Javon Carter's out. Yes. Thank the heavens. To be honest, I would not be mad if the Bulls lose in the play-in because they would be in the lottery. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of what we were talking about at the beginning of the stream. Like, if the Bulls if they don't make it out the play-in tournament, they get a lottery pick. Like, here's how I look at it. There's beneficial things to either side. If the Bulls somehow win the play-in, they lose a lottery pick, but they're not going to make it past the Cavs. So then they'll still be right outside the lottery, and there's still some really good picks there. So it is what it is. When is Lonzo and Trey coming back? We do not know yet. We don't have a clear date or indication on that as of yet. I really want the lottery pick, but I love see my team win even more. Haize, I feel you. Carter out, Terry out, Phillips out, so we might play some other two-way guys. Yeah, probably going to see some EJ Liddell in this game today. Remember when Lonzo said he'd be out for one more week? How long was that ago? That was almost 2 weeks ago. Carter had 17 last game. He is good. And no, he's not. That was garbage time. That was literally garbage time. They had their worst players in. We had our worst players in. Javon Carter's terrible. I really hope we get the first pick in the draft and get lucky. I mean, listen, if we get lucky and get the number 1 overall pick, the team's going to be real white, but it's going to be a solid foundational team. So just that 1% chance or whatever it is to get number 1. Hey, we'll see. At least they're catching Toronto with, first of all, you just wanted to get that joke off. Whatever happens, I think this is beneficial in some sort of way either way. Yeah, there's benefit either way, for sure. Lonzo's not coming back. I don't think he is either. They're doing the same thing they did before. Just go ahead and shut him down. It's okay. I'm more worried about Trey coming back than Lonzo coming back at this point. Like, it is what it is, man. Like, Lonzo will come back and be out 2 days later. Like, I'm not really worried about Lonzo Ball anymore. I hate to say that. That does sound rude. That probably makes me an asshole, but that's how I feel. I get the feeling the Spurs will get number 1 pick and they might go after Kevin Durant. So if they're not going to go. The Spurs are not going to go after Kevin Durant if they get the number 1 pick. They're going to draft Cooper Flag, and they're going to have one of the most dominant front courts for the next 5 to 10 years. That's just what they're going to do. SGA and Jay Will were both drafted 11 and 12, right? The draft is such a crazy. It is. I don't remember if that's where SGA was drafted, but yeah. Then the Bulls we had a 1.3% chance when we got Derrick Rose. 1.3%. Do not get me wrong. I really do not want to make the playoffs, but I have a feeling we might end up falling in the playoffs. I don't know. I mean, we'll see what happens, right? Like, the teams in the play-in are starting to play better. The Hawks are playing better. The Orlando Magic are turning it on at the right time. I think they're 6-4 in their last 10. So we'll see what happens, right? The Miami Heat have won, 4 or 5 in a row? So we'll see what happens. Let's get to 120 likes. Hey, hit the like button. 11th. Okay, so he was the 11th overall pick. I mean, and that's where it goes. Like, scouting is hugely important in this. 0.8. Why did I think it was a 1.3% chance? Maybe I'm thinking about a different year, maybe a different team. I don't know where I got 1.3. Let me see. I may be tripping. They had a 1.7% chance when they won the lottery to get Derrick Rose. 1.7. So I was still wrong. They said the wrist was close to P. Will broken wrist a few years ago back, so they're taking it really slow. Check out the Billy Reese and pressure CH. Oh, I already know. I know exactly what it was. Like he had a grade 3 sprain before. Well, he almost had it. So he almost ended the season earlier, right? And it's the same wrist. Modest falling to 11 was just as lucky as us winning the lottery to get D Rose, in my opinion, bro. What you thinking? Listen, Modest is a dog. Modest has a lot to work on before he's anywhere close to being even a number 2 on a team. 80% of his shots are assisted. He needs to be able to be better at creating his own shots. Now, some of that is Billy Donovan not putting him in those situations, but that's what it is. He needs to shoot a better efficiency. He needs to become better defensively. He has to put on a little bit weight. So we'll see. I love Modest Buzelis. I think either way, he's going to be a starter for a long time for the Bulls. But some people are ready to crown him already, like he's going to be some superstar. And maybe it's just my analytical mind. I'm not ready to see that yet. Now he could absolutely hit a second year leap where that my mind changes on that. Maybe it's a third or fourth year leap. But Modest has a lot that he still needs to work on and add to his game before he's ready for that. So, Drip, I know a lot of people are still down or all the way out on Acme. They earned a lot of my trust back. Not saying all belief is there, but they pivoted quickly with better TM after Zach and DeMar moves. I mean, listen, AK was never as bad as people were saying. He definitely wasn't as good as what we were hoping he was going to be either. There's a lot of things that AK has done good. He hasn't really signed a lot of bad contracts. People try to make it out like Io really good, Kobe really good. The Jalen Smith deal was really good, right? The Alex Caruso deal at the time was really good. Even the DeMar DeRozan for the value we got out of it was a really good deal. Lonzo's would have been a good deal had he stayed healthy, but he didn't. Right? So there's that on that one. P. Will's not a good deal, but again, I'm not saying that he batted 1,000. I'm just saying that he's done a lot better than some people make him out to be. Modest was projected number 1 pick 2 years ago. Yeah, I mean that really doesn't mean anything though. Hey, I wasn't clown. I'm not. I wasn't. I honestly wasn't talking about you, Vaughn. I'm talking about people on Twitter. Like, there's literally people that I was in a conversation with today. There was like, Modest is clearly going to be the number 1 next year, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro? Like, come on, man. Let's not get lost in the sauce. So no, that wasn't directed at you, Vaughn. Hey, serious question. Going into the draft, would you want to get another project player, or would you want to get a player whose game is more defined? Best player available. That's what I'm taking. Whatever player that you feel has superstar upside, that's who I want. That's who I want. I don't give a damn about the position. I don't give a shit about none of that. Hey, so how much cap space do you have in the offseason? Do we have in the offseason? Do you think we should add some players who are good at rim? We don't really have much this offseason. We got a little bit, but not really a lot, right? So basically re-signing Josh Giddey, our draft pick. Maybe we can sign somebody with part of our mid-level exception, but then again, we don't have the roster spot. It's not until the 2026 summer where the Bulls have some considerable cap space. So you're not looking at a lot this season. Guys like Lonzo Ball, LaMelo, and Zion, they might as well retire. They hurt more than they play. I mean, that sucks. You know who I would absolutely love to replace P. Will if we close? Mikal Bridges. I mean, why do you think they'll trade Mikal Bridges, bro? They just traded 4 first-round picks for him. Come on, man. Come on, bro. What are we doing? What are we doing? But anyway, with that said, y'all be stressing me out. I love y'all, but y'all be stressing me the fuck out. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. But all right, we're getting ready to wrap up the pregame show, man. I appreciate you guys so much, man. You guys mean more to me than what you will ever know. We'll be back at halftime. Make sure you guys stay in tune with us at Bull Central Pod. You send us any feedback, questions, comments, concerns, bullcentralpod@gmail.com. Lastly, if you want to leave a text message and our voicemail for the mailbag, the number to do so, 773-270-2799. We're the number 1 spot for everything Chicago Bulls related, but that's thanks to you, lovely and beautiful people. And I'll see you guys right at halftime. Love you guys. Go Bulls. Peace.
This has been a presentation of the Break Media.